Hi, my name is Omo, and I'm here with someone for a change. And this is Janine. Yeah. Um, I work in account management with a media agency in London, and we stay in Liverpool. Okay, yeah, he's gonna phone me down. Okay. The first culture shock I had coming out of Heathrow was that the cars were silent. Cars didn't use horns here in the UK, and I kept looking around and wondering where are the horns coming from a city where you horn like every 30 seconds and someone is horning at you. I was like, okay, this is quite a quiet city. I got into London and realized that yeah, there are more cars, there are more people, but I really did not hear a horn. That was quite shocking for me. So first challenge was because I'd been away from the academic system for quite a while, coming back with a child and being married as well was a huge challenge for me. Trying to settle, trying to juggle both things. In fact, those three things was a challenge. I think during my masters, one another challenge I had during my masters was getting resources for the courses that I was having to do, and also for my dissertation. So I got introduced to the Outliers Circle through my friend, and she sent me the link to join the community. And then I did not join for about 3 to 4 months. I got the welcome email. I just left it in my inbox. And then I asked her for like access to material. And she was like, did you ask on the group? I'm like, what group am I supposed to ask on? And she was like, no, the Outliers WhatsApp group. Where'd you get your information from? I'm like, okay, I'm going to. So I got the welcome email and I got invited to the WhatsApp group. And then one very important thing there was that for every material that I needed that my school didn't have access to, I would drop the link on the group and then someone would just have it. Like I wasn't even sure who was who on that group, but people were just giving me materials that I didn't have access to. And it made my work, my master's assessment and dissertation quite sound because my supervisor at some point, she asked me, where did you get this material from? I was like, oh, like Imperial College repository. Yeah, so you don't know how I got it, but yeah, I got it anyway. But yeah, that was one very, very important part for me with the Outlier Circle. Yeah. All right. After I joined the Outlier Circle, I got paired with a buddy called Ibukun, and we set up this monthly catch-up calls that she was basically just checking on me and my progress. Ooh, bless you. Yeah, my progress in my master's and during my job search, and two things stood out for me. So the first one was I had been applying, as everybody would know, you'd apply to like 500, 1,000 companies and you'd be getting rejections. So the first thing was during I'd spoken to my university's career counselor, and he had advised that I change my name. Not change my name, like if I had like an easier name to pronounce, I could put that on my CV, that possibly my name was, when people read my full name, they don't know how to pronounce it. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going for this. But I spoke to her during one of our catch-ups and she was like, no, you can't change your name. That's your name. Like, that's what you're going to put on your CV. And she mentioned her full name and she was like, what do you now expect them to say about my own full name? Nah, that's your name and that's what you use on your CV. And then another thing was also that I was applying to just about anything. Like at this point, just give me any work. At this point, second thing for me was that I was applying to just about any role, and I was even applying to entry-level roles. But during one of our catch-ups as well, I spoke to her, and she was saying, when we spoke, did you not say that you were like a manager back home? I was like, yeah. She was like, you shouldn't be applying to entry-level roles. This is your level of experience. You should go for that level, and you should be able to prove to them that this is what you are. Like you can't go for graduate roles. I know people might say that this was like, oh no, like this is UK, you have to apply for anything. But that gave me a huge boost to my confidence when I went into interviews. Like when they ask me about my experience, that's the first thing I say. I was a manager. Yes, and I tried to play up my managerial skills, and it didn't happen at the time where she gave that advice, but later down the line I think that did a lot for me. Did a lot to boost my confidence, did a lot to boost my, more of my confidence, really. She might not realize how much this impacted my job search, but it did a lot to boost my confidence. Yeah. And yes, another thing Jason wants to say. What do you want to say to everyone? Do you have anything to say to everyone?
Bye.
No, that's not happy. Say it happier. Go on. 1, 2, 3, go.
Bye.